I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading, a podcast about shiterature.
Here we are to discuss the terrible reading we did when we were younger and to touch on some cringy literary and nostalgic topics.
That's so funny. I don't know if you caught it, but you said cringy reading we did when we were younger.
Oh, yeah.
But it's true. We do.
We do cover that, but also we cover cringy writing.
Today's more of a writing episode, but we do cover cringy reading.
Yeah, I don't.
And other cringy literary topics.
Sometimes the pregnancy brain, she has a point.
There's a smart bitch inside that dumb brain.
Somewhere in there.
How the fuck are you doing today, Leeler?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well and swell. I've been fed.
Yes. Something about me and Leela is we always eat Mexican food specifically before we record. And that's not on purpose. That's just how fate has dealt us.
Well, that's how the sausage gets made. If you guys want to know, you got to feed us some tacos.
Do you mean the chorizo?
That's how the chorito gets made. No,
Is it
Spanish
really
version.
chorito?
In Spain, it is.
Dude, I found a new I scrolled way too much today, but I found a new person to follow where they're teaching you how to do, and I don't know what they're called, sorry. But they're teaching you how to do Spanish phrases by putting it to like house music beats.
Oh, okay, wait.
It's pretty fun.
I would learn
it's
well
like,
that way.
Where is the library? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I chose the phrase with the most syllables in it. So that's a lot of fun.
I think it's fun. It also makes you feel like you're like rapping in Spanish a little bit, you know?
Oh yeah,
it's fun.
Like
Bad Bunny.
I would have J Balvin.
I don't. You stop. You keep saying these sounds, and I don't know.
Okay, it's the letter J. BALVIN. I got one song by him I like a lot.
Sing it.
It's all in Spanish. It goes. I can't make. Okay, the best parts of the song are like computer generated sounds that I can't make with my mouth. You feel me?
Yeah, I feels you.
So you just picture it.
All right, that's great.
It's a Zumba song. That's how I know that song. Are we balanced? It looks like our video.
Are we?
Okay, this is the first video we've recorded where bless you.
Thank you.
Where the video is looking at us. We've switched from my phone. We've actually reduced our burdens to only like 1.5 devices. Because if we were reading a book or something, we wouldn't even need this.
Yeah. Wow.
So right now our burden is only one device. But it is very distracting. I'm like, are we even? Oh, because you have the pillow next to you.
Oh, should I not?
No, I think it's great.
Okay.
Hey, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, tell us in the comments it looks great.
Yeah. And if not, then, sorry.
Do you want to know what I realized?
Huh.
We are, as some of you may know, Leela is expecting...
a creature.
She's expecting a new kitchen. No, I was... Leela's expecting a creature. Probably going to be a cute one. And because of that, we're recording like a lot of episodes ahead of time. I'm also moving this summer. And I'm going to take like a month off for that. So we're recording a lot of episodes ahead of time. So that also means we're recording stuff out of order. And I just realized that if someone's paying like really close attention, I mean, they'll know it's out of order because of your tummy size.
Oh, true.
So we just have to, I think we just need to be honest about our production process.
Okay. Yeah.
Guys, this is out of order, maybe.
Yeah, this is out of order. I mean, I don't really have any clothes that could hide it at this point, I feel. So.
Dude, I only think that, well, I was about to say I think that only skinny bitches can hide it. I feel like
kind of think you're right.
Something about skinny bitches, like, and okay, this is like a huge generalization, obviously, but I feel like oftentimes skinny bitches like gain less weight overall. Like their bodies are like less acclimated to gaining.
Yeah. I think also that this is my theory. I think I had fat there and the baby just kind of pushes it out. Yeah. So it's like more obvious.
How far along are you right now? This will really date
I am
this.
About 5.5 months.
Okay.
Along.
So let me take a look at you because I just read this book. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Spoiler alert for my cringe. But she was hiding her pregnancy from her mom at 6 months. But she was like right on the cusp of really not being able to do that. She was wearing like parkas.
Okay.
And I'm looking at you and I'm like, maybe if you had kind of a dumbass mom like she does.
Maybe.
Not your mom though.
No,
your mom would take one look at you and be like, with child?
Yeah. She'd be like,
a child of Jesus?
The flesh of your cheeks?
At first, I thought you said flesh.
The flesh of your cheeks.
The flesh of our Savior. Leela, what's cringing you out this week?
Okay.
Which is a week that is neither here nor there.
It's a week.
It could be any week
that has existed. I was at Jason's parents' house this past weekend for Mother's Day stuff, which was nice. But I went into their nice bathroom because they got their bathroom redone, and so that's the one I always use to take a shower. And I went in there to take a shower, and surely it was Jason's dad, had left, I want to say, the biggest turd I've ever seen in the toilet. It looked like a cartoon turd.
There's something about like dads in our parents' generation where they've eaten way too much red meat.
Yes.
You can tell by like a lot of things.
He doesn't. They don't eat hardly any meat. I think it's just too many beans or something, but
the beans are supposed to make it flow.
Well, this is all I'll say. It looked like the poop emoji. It was crazy.
So that's not this is disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
That's not a healthy turd. If it like coils like that,
yeah,
that's
like
not
a snake.
Healthy.
That
is beans because Greer told me we're not doing butt stuff anymore until I chill on my fiber in my diet.
And a reminder to the listeners that in Brokeback Mountain,
Stop. We all know.
Beans and dry butt stuff.
Yep.
Man, men really will just when they get the mood.
At all costs. Against all odds.
Well, anyway. R.I.P. Heath Ledger. Rest in power.
Oh my God.
King.
Have you seen that movie?
I actually haven't. I think I've seen like clips of it.
I know it like by memes alone.
Same. It was definitely, I can't believe it came out when it came out, frankly.
Well, like 2008 or something like that?
Maybe. I wonder if it was even earlier. I know little Annie Hathaway was in it.
Was she?
She plays like the nagging wife who's like, why do you spend so much time with your hot best friend?
Oh, honey. 2005.
Wow.
Oh, Heath. Okay, so 10 things I hate about you just to do the Heath schedule.
Heath-a-thon.
Was 99. I knew that was in the 90s.
Okay. And
truly iconic film. I mean, I don't know anything about Brokeback. I'm talking about 10 things I hate about you, which we'll eventually cover on the show because that's a Shakespeare.
It is. Which one is it?
Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, of course.
It's the only ethical version of Taming of the Shrew. Oh, did you come with us when we saw that one locally? That was an all-female production.
No, that sounded really cool though.
Definitely changes the tone.
Yeah. Well, what's been cringing you out? Please take us away from poop.
Colleen Hoover.
Poop and hoove.
I don't think there's any connection. I mean, okay, here's the thing. My 17-year-old niece gave me this book because she's not a big reader, and it's one of the few books she ever read, and it affected her. So I read it, and I had already read Colleen Hoover. I read Ugly Love because I was like, what's the big deal? Why is everyone talking about Colleen Hoover? I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. Like, I think you should read whatever you want. And especially if you're like an adult, read Colleen Hoover. I don't give a shit. But like, I think that those books are really, I think she's like a bad and irresponsible writer. Kind of in the same way that E.L. James is. I was thinking about that the whole time. Not nearly as bad. Nearly as bad. But
all edited, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it is better edited. I still had, let's say, some notes. And she still just like wouldn't, I mean, like I got nothing but notes about this book. Like, I think that, and granted, I've only read 2 of her books. I won't be reading anymore. But the 2 that I've read were both about very toxic, fucked up relationships. They were both about guys being like, literally like, I don't make love, I fuck. Just that's a quote from 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Like all of these boys are like, oh, can we have a one night stand? Well, I don't do relationships. You should stay away from me, but I'm not going to stay away from you. Now, who does that remind you of? Edward Cullen. Like, they're write a new abusive romance. Like, come up with a new idea. It's about like a fucking 24-year-old, and he's like, I don't do relationships, and she's like, well, I don't do one night stands. Have a nice life. And he's just like keeps popping up, and he's so toxic, and then he like hits her and stuff. And I was so scared the whole time I was reading it. I was like, I'm gonna have to like sit my 17-year-old very unworldly niece down and be like, this isn't good. Kind of the same way that you want to tell your mom this isn't BDSM when she's talking about 50 Shades of Grey. But luckily, this is a skip ahead 15 seconds if you don't want to hear a spoiler for It Ends With Us. But luckily, it ends with her choosing to divorce the guy and like making the right choice. So by the end of the book, I was relieved.
So they do get married. Okay.
They get married and then they get divorced. And then like luckily when I went to talk to my niece about I was ready. I was like equipped with like all these things. But luckily my niece, when we were talking about it, was like, I thought it was such an interesting book because it was so fucked up and the main character pissed me off so much with all of her bad decisions. And I was like, hell yeah, girl.
There's hope for the kids.
There's hope for the kids. But I'm like still not sure why she wants to read these books. And I'm like, okay, maybe like I'll put one different contemporary romance in her hands and just see if that it's just the genre and she doesn't know because she doesn't read.
Yeah.
Like that book, Sex, Lies, and Sensibility by Nikki Payne, which is like diverse and wholesome and awesome.
Very fun. Yeah.
That we all the girls all pass that around over here. But yeah, Colleen Hoover just really cringes me out. I read her a couple of her books because I like to know what people are talking about. You know?
What else has she written? She sounds I mean, I know she's famous.
So her biggest book is this one. It Ends With Us, because they just produced a movie with Blake Lively and Justin Baldini.
That's okay. I was like,
that has
why
like
do
the big lawsuit because she alleged that he sexually assaulted her, and I don't know how that ended, but he played the abusive guy in the movie. She alleged he sexually assaulted her. He was like directing, writing, and producing the movie. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't look good. Also, I believe women, and Blake Lively is one of the most beautiful women in the world.
True.
Even though I don't really love her style of the person she is. I don't really know how to explain it more than that.
I know what you mean.
But I think she's beautiful.
Yes.
Oop, just gaily forgot where that was going.
Just all she can think of is
she's just
her
beautiful,
flowing
guys.
hair.
Do you hear me? She's beautiful.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know. I just believe first of all, I'll believe women until
proven otherwise.
It's completely proven otherwise. And even then, I don't know.
But I just said that the court proceedings like just ended, and I don't know how they ended.
Oh,
so what if we're doing that thing where
it ends with us.
It ends with us
with egg on our face.
I'm gonna check my level real fast since I can't see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it. Just make sure it all.
It's very afar.
Hey guys. How's this looking?
It looks normy.
So what's cringing me out is Colleen Hoover, and also like, I don't know. I guess I wish my niece would read one more book, and maybe she will. Maybe I'll give her one. My problem is that after I read a romance novel, I give it away. I'm not the kind of person who wants to read one twice usually.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any to give to her.
What's that one over there? Vanity? Varsity?
That's okay. Verity is her second most popular book.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it, but the internet talks about it a lot, and so I wanted to read it because I like to read things that the internet is talking about. I want to know what people are talking about.
Yeah.
Because as I've mentioned before, I want to be able to say I think Colleen Hoover is an irresponsible writer. I can say that now. I feel that way, and I if I pick two of her books at random and they both have the same fucked up shit, do you think the other ones might have that too?
So is It Ends With Us, like, was that written in like the aughts, or is that
that's a contemporary novel that was published within the last 10 years.
Just like the tropes you're talking about are so tired.
I agree, but it's like the kind of okay. I think probably women like it because the main character was raised by an abusive father, and she swore to herself that she would never be in a relationship like that. So I think probably women like it because I think that they may relate to it not being that easy. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
I think that people may love it because it... Okay, skip 15 seconds if you don't want to know how it ends with us ends. I think people may like it because she kind of changes the narrative of historical books like that by choosing to divorce him and put her child first.
Okay. Good for her.
Yeah, like it ends good, but oh my god, wait, the cringiest part of the whole book. I can't believe I forgot to bring this up. Okay, the main character's name is Lily Blossom Bloom. That's not the cringiest part.
Okay.
Her life dream is to become a florist.
Okay. And that's like not her stage name. That's like her name.
That's her Christian name.
Okay.
Her name is Lily Blossom Bloom, and God. At the beginning of the book, her dad has just died, and she gets a bunch of money from his death and uses that to open her florist, which, like, follow your dreams, girl. But her only employee is this very wealthy lady who walks in off the street and is like, I'm bored. Can I have a job? You don't even have to pay me. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not relatable to anyone.
Yeah.
And she's the most likable character. And so the two of them are like, okay, let's figure out like what our florist business is going to be. And Lily Blossom Bloom is like, okay, when you think flowers, what do you think? And the other girl, Alyssa, something like that, is like, girly, pink, pastels, soft, gentle. And Lily Blossom Bloom goes, that's it. We're going to do steampunk gothic flowers.
Oh my God.
And Alyssa's like, you're a genius. It's perfect. And literally, there's this scene where she's like gluing washers to flowers to like punk them up.
Washers?
Like, oh yeah. We've had this conversation before where you didn't know what a washer was.
Okay.
It goes in between a screw and the furniture so that there's not so much pressure on like the wooden furniture. It's like a metal circle. You've seen them before.
Yes.
There's this scene where she is Mod Podging a pair of combat boots to make into a flower vase. Okay. It's like and then it's like, oh my God, on our soft launch opening day, we totally sold out. Oh my God, we've been featured in the Boston Globe without doing a single ounce of PR. And it's like, none of this is real. So I think that's what bothers me is like if readers are like, oh my God, I love how real this depiction is of like how it's not that easy to just leave an abusive relationship, especially when it sneaks up on you. But it's like every character and every choice is so deeply unrealistic.
Yeah, it's like it seems like it is easy. You could just have an award-winning business immediately.
Into the Boston Globe.
Yeah.
Something else that really pissed me off something else that really pissed me off. This happens in books all the time, especially romances. The main character is okay. I guess just continue skipping ahead if you don't want spoilers for it ends with us. This one's gonna take 1 minute of discussion. She's 24 years old. Her and her abusive husband. She knows at the time that he's abusive, but she hopes it's just those 2 times.
Okay.
They just had a conversation about how she wants kids someday, but she's not ready for them yet. He hits her a 3rd time.
Oh, okay.
She makes the decision that she needs to leave him.
Okay.
She finds out she's pregnant. Nary one single consideration of abortion.
Didn't even cross her mind.
It didn't cross her mind for 1 second.
Okay.
Even though she just said in the last chapter she's not ready for kids, and the father of this child is an abuser, just like her abusive father. That's an example of what I mean when I say that she's an irresponsible writer for conditioning women to not consider that option.
Because even if she wanted to keep the baby, that would have been fine. But I feel like she should have had like
a 24-year-old
moment
in the 20. She wasn't Christian.
Yeah, like that's what it sounds like.
Yes, it's written with like Twilight latent Christianity, but she is not Christian, and she's just like, oh no, how am I going to have this baby by this abuser and be connected to him and have my daughter be connected to him? And she's like, guess I will. Like, I can forgive being like, I'm not ready to have a kid, and then being pregnant and being like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I can forgive that.
Right.
But being like, I'm pregnant and I need to leave my abuser on the same day, and not considering an abortion for 1 minute, not having her like best friend.
You're right.
I would suggest that to my best friend. I'd be like, I support you no matter what, but can we please take 1 minute to like strongly consider this option?
Just think about the fact that this man is going to be maybe connected to you for the rest of your life.
Because the worst case scenario is that he continues to be an abuser. He abuses your child, and now you have to work to prove that in court to get his parenting rights revoked. Fathers don't start at 0 rights. They start at full rights, and you have to revoke those rights via proof.
Yeah.
I think I've been ranting about that book for a long time, but it cringed me out. I think the flower shop was the cringiest part.
When I heard that that was the character's name, I forgot until you reminded me, but I heard that when I was back reading about the movie, and people were making fun of it, and she was like Lily's like, guys, it's not our fault. It's from the source material.
From the source material. Yeah. I mean, if anyone's gonna be named Lily Blossom Bloom, it would be
not even Marie, like Lily Marie. Like, you can't be Lily Blossom Bloom.
I agree. I mean, I agree. Lily Marie Bloom. Okay. Well, are you ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
To like a way better written story.
It's so much better.
Okay. So we're doing insert your own title here.
Okay.
We've done 4 episodes of this so far.
Don't ask me if I remember, because I don't.
Here's what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
We're on page 35. 4 episodes. So at that rate, okay. I'm gonna do some quick math. It's nice to have my phone available for Googling. So we've done 35 pages, and I'm being dramatic. I think it's 33, but I'm going to do 35 divided by 4 episodes. That's 8.75 pages per episode.
Okay.
So now this whole document is, I forget, but it's like, I think it's like 275. So 275 divided by 8.75 is 31 and a half episodes.
Okay.
So
we need to read more pages.
What do you want to do about this?
I mean, we're just going to have to.
We don't have to get through it all.
Okay.
But do we want to? Do we want this to take forever? Do we want this to be our
forever project?
Our forever project? Because we can like go at a slower pace. Maybe let's ask the listeners.
Yeah.
Do you like the pace we're at? Do you want this to be something we do for the next
5 years?
2 years? Yeah. I mean, at an episode a month? 2 years.
Okay.
Do you want us to read ahead and read the good parts only on the show? We can like fill in the gaps. I could totally do that. Do you want us to maybe just do a couple more episodes and then drop it, but we might be missing some good stuff?
Yeah.
We could definitely also pick up the pace.
I was thinking that too. I'm cool to. It's just tough because we always stop and then talk about shit.
I know, but it's like that's people like the show. Okay. So listeners, you let us know what you think, and I actually am going to warn you that we're recording 2 of these today, so the next installment will not reflect your opinion.
Yeah.
but episode number 7 of Insert Your Own Title here will definitely reflect your votes.
Yeah.
So comment on the YouTube video, hit us up on Discord, which if you're not there, it's only $1 a month on the Patreon.
Nice. Hit
us up wherever you want. Okay, but I'll start now. So the last thing that happened in this non-biographical novel,
of course, is
that my father left.
Oh my God, yeah. There was a sharp left in the plot.
He sharply left.
Sharply left.
We were in, and this is literally what happened to me in my life. We were in New York City when my dad got, I'm not sure about the exact details. I suspect he got a call from his girlfriend letting him know that my mother had contacted her, because that is what happened. Now, it could have been from somebody else. It could have been from one of his friends who's like, somebody hit me up asking about you. I'm not sure. Could have been from my mom, but my mom wouldn't have done that to my vacation.
Yeah.
So So we got home and Dad moved out of the house. Okay. And now, and the last episode ended with, Merry Christmas, Daddy. Okay. When I finally work up the effort to drag myself down the stairs, I find Mom sitting at the counter with her one a day for my health glass of wine, tears streaming down her face. She gives me the same sad smile Dad did. Your parents are still in love, so you don't know, but it's like, no, she's like crying. So she's like, if you're not on YouTube, you don't even know. She wipes her eyes with a tissue as I sit down next to her. I've only seen Mom cry a few times before this, only 3 times that I can remember. That can't be right. When Nana died, then when Papa died, and then when we watched Titanic a few months ago. She's always been the quiet one in the family, really the only one who is ever quiet at all. And she never wants to open up to anyone, not even Dad or Aunt Kathy. She doesn't like for people to know when she's hurting because that might affect their happiness. And pretty much everyone's happiness is more important to Mom than her own. Sound like any other moms, you know?
Yep.
But it's all, oh my God, it's so annoying because all moms do that. And that's like such a beautiful, amazing thing. But it's also like, you don't have to.
Yeah. And I think part of it is like something that just comes, I guess, with being a mom. I'm not like that in my personality, and I don't foresee myself being.
Well, you have such a caretaker husband, so I think it'll be more balanced. But I feel like when you start caring for like your baby, this won't happen to you, but in our mother's generation, and then it becomes really easy for your husband to just become a second baby.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, you're already caring for one baby. Where's my baba? How's it going? I asked tactlessly. I can't think of anything else to say. How about, sorry, your husband just moved out like 5 minutes ago. That must suck. Now, how about those Red Sox? I don't think so.
Wow, so funny.
We were a Red Sox family. Mom shakes her head. I've been better. And then she breaks down into tears.
Aww.
Oh, Mom. I reach over for a dish towel from the sink, and Mom cries into it for a few minutes. I sit there, not knowing exactly how to help her. At last, Mom stops crying and looks up at me, letting out a pathetic chuckle. You must think your mom's completely wacko. I already thought that, I told her, getting some more tissues from the pantry.
I sit, looking into Mom's face as she wipes the remains of her makeup away. I notice for first time that Mom doesn't look like a mom. She doesn't have that aura about her.
It was a lot of cosmetic surgery.
Okay. She looks young with no grays amongst the blonde or wrinkles in the perfect complexion.
Fake.
And she acts young, going to the gym and listening to the Green Day and Kelly Clark's to the Green Day.
It says the Green Day?
Yes, listening to the Green Day in the Google, in the Facebook. Listening to the Green Day and Kelly Clarkson and whatnot.
Okay. My mom definitely doesn't like Green Day. Kelly Clarkson, sure. Who doesn't like Kelly Clarkson?
And at this point, she is mom music, but Green Day. Susan's not a Green Day fan.
Right.
This isn't Susan. This is, what's this mom's name? Couldn't tell you.
I have no idea. But my mom at this time, I mean, she was getting a lot of like cosmetic work done. She obviously colored her hair. She got like a bunch of like chemical peels and stuff.
Oh yeah, those are scary.
I will say, like, I mean, this was so much love and respect. She has never, her face doesn't look young. She used to tan with baby oil. Like, it's not a young face. It's a weathered face. She's beautiful. I really like the way she looks now because she has aged and it's like beautiful, I think. But at this time, I think she was like a size 2. She was very, very, very small. She like fainted often, from frailness and like lack of calories. Yeah, and I think also because her marriage was falling apart, that's like something she felt control over, you know?
Sure,
and
I understand.
It was bad.
Yeah. Okay, she's slim and fit, showing exactly 0 signs of having given birth to 3 children.
That's not right.
And
her stomach has always known. Lovingly.
And 0 signs of having been married for 16 years, save for her wedding ring. I wonder how much longer that ring is going to be sticking around. Mom, Why is Dad moving out? I ask, surprising myself, as well as my poor mother. Mom looks up at me, forgetting to breathe, then swallows hard. I hope to God she doesn't start crying again. I'm not particularly good with crying.
I'm better now, but it's
not your favorite.
My favorite thing. Ask Leela how she knows. I'm pretty good with you though.
Yeah, but
you've desensitized me.
Yeah, we've helped each other.
Oh my God, come on. Fuck up.
That's your name. Missy, or that's your character's name, sorry. Missy, all you need to know that Dad did something. Okay, is missing. All you need to know that Dad did something. And because of that, I don't think it's best for us to stay together.
Wonder what it is, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
I nod. Your dad loves you very much, you know. Yeah, I've heard. Thanks. The phone rings. Mom looks up at the clock, which reads 11 o'clock on the dot, and then picks up the phone and studies the caller ID. She laughs to herself, then says, Cassidy. Isabel Cassidy. Want to answer it? No, I tell her. That can't be Isabel. She always calls me from her cell phone. It's probably Mrs. Cassidy. Who is that again?
Isabel's the one who is beautiful, and I'm definitely not bisexually attracted to her. And she's also the one who at the beginning of the book was in the bathroom crying because she's moving.
Got it. Okay.
And not because she's bulimic.
All right. Top of the page to ya.
I've stopped putting, I forgot on the last episode, or maybe the last 2 episodes, to put a content warning at the top of the episode.
Oh.
Do you think people are listening to part 3 without listening to part 1 first? Because part 1 has the warning on it. We don't know.
We should probably do it for all of them.
I just forgot because sometimes it's hard. I had this trouble with Twilight too when we had to put a content warning where I'm like, it just is, the context is so ridiculous. It's hard for me to imagine this triggering someone, but then that's because I don't have that trigger, and that's what triggers are out of context reminders.
Yeah.
And so I do need to get better about that, because I put a abuse content warning on our Twilight episodes, and I remember being like, but it's Twilight, so
right.
The tone is not the most serious.
Well, it's on the murder podcast I listen to, they always do this very dramatic trigger warning at the beginning of every single one, and the podcast is called Murder in America.
I don't want to hear about murders though.
It's is there murder maybe involved in this?
What? No.
Violence against women
in America?
In my America? Not my America.
Mom frowns at the phone as it rings again. Teresa Cassidy then. Wonder what she's up to at 11 at night. Moving, I mutter. She's up to moving away forever. But Mom has already answered the phone pleasantly. Teresa, how nice to hear from you. How's Todd doing? And Frank? Good. Of course, Missy Melissa has told me all about the move. There's a lot of ellipses in this and M dashes. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know how to do M dashes back then, so they're N dashes. She's really distraught about it. Of course. I owe you one. Sure. Okay. Why, of course. I'd be happy to. Mom grins at me a moment, then turns back to the phone. Call me when you hear more. Okay, Teresa? No, it's no problem at all. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye-bye now. The shortest Southern goodbye you ever did see. Okay. All right. Say hi to your mom. Okay. Yep.
6 more okays.
See you at church. All right. Yep. Nope. You be safe too.
Yeah.
Mom hangs up and grins at me like she has a big juicy secret, which she does, but it's about my dad cheating on her.
That would be crazy.
I ask. Mom shrugs teasingly. That was Teresa Cassidy. They have to be out of their house by that Thursday, but they can't move into their new house until the next Monday. So they're going to stay with us for the weekend.
Yay.
All of them? I ask, are you kidding? It's only 4, Mom says. Teresa and Frank can have the guest room, and Isabel can sleep up with you in your room. And I guess Todd can sleep on Emma's trundle, maybe? I try to stifle a laugh and get up to pour myself a glass of water. Emma with Todd? That's a disaster waiting to happen. Why's that? Well, Emma doesn't like people who don't like her, and Todd doesn't like girls. You're going to try and get them to sleep 2 feet from each other? I give mom a look, pick up my water, and start up the stairs. I'm not going to take any part in that. Section break. Oh my God, this is a very long paragraph. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You got this.
Ethan nudged me roughly in the side. Go show it to her, he hissed. I held the magazine up to inspect one more time. It wasn't even a magazine, really, I thought. I had made it myself.
The show is getting meta. This is a creative work where I presented a creative work that gets mentioned in a later creative work. Is that what you're telling me right now?
It actually literally is.
This is so crazy. Do you remember the average 7th grade girl, I guess? Unless
Yeah.
this is something else.
Okay, it seems like it's this.
I bet it's not.
If it was nothing more than a dozen pieces of paper printed from my computer, stapled together.
Oh my God.
I was
I can't believe this is See, guys, if I read ahead, we won't have organic reactions like this to the crazy shit I put in my not memoir.
I was low on cash at the time, and my mother told me...
Low on cash? How are 12-year-olds low on cash?
It's such a funny thing to say. It's like I'm reading Little Women, and what?
Oh my God, you're reading Little Women? I'm reading Little Women.
Oh my God, that's crazy. And one of the sisters, I can't remember which one, I think Amy, is like, I have all this debt right now. Can I borrow some money? And
that definitely has to be Joe.
No, it's Amy because
How could she let
there's a trend at their school. All the girls love pickled limes, which is the most disgusting thing I've possibly ever heard. They suck on them during class.
Well, they didn't have they couldn't afford candy.
And anyway, she's like, I'm in debt. I've purchased too many pickled limes. And her sister's like, here's a quarter. And with a quarter, she purchases 12 limes.
You know what? That's like not even that different from now. Limes are very cheap.
It's true.
That's so funny.
It's just for her to be like, I'm in debt. I think she's like 13.
She's not yet a teenager. Well, okay, I'm not as far as you are, but
okay.
She's
spoilers.
It's a
pickled lime spoilers.
Well, it doesn't strike me as the kind of book that could truly get spoiled.
There is one big spoiler, but I feel like it's a thing that is ubiquitous and everybody knows.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, Leela and I are both reading Little Women for the first time.
Small ladies.
So check the bonus show because we will be talking about that this summer.
Mujeres pequeñas.
Mujeres pequeñas.
Ay, los mujeres pequeñitas. Okay, I was low on cash at the time, and my mother told me that the quickest way to earning money was babysitting.
So honestly, I'm 34 years old, and that is still true.
It is. Back then, I definitely didn't ask for enough money because I didn't know shit, but like...
No, I mean, like, that might be true, but the amount that I can charge as a fucking 35-year-old babysitter is off the chain, dude.
It's true.
And half the time they're asleep.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I prefer babies because I know that moms feel more comfortable having their babies in the hands of a fully grown adult, and I can charge a lot more money for having expertise with infants, and they are mostly asleep.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
So true. Which I could do now that I was finally in middle school.
Oh yeah.
No way, I told her. I didn't like taking care of little kids that I didn't have to.
That's wrong.
So I created this magazine and was selling it for $1.50 an issue, giving my father a third of the profits as a compensation for using his printer and paper.
Okay.
Doesn't need that.
Evidence though that I had a business structure.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I can't believe that I'm referring to this right now. That's so funny.
Would your father would he have accepted $1.50 per? Well, you never sold one.
My dad's a career businessman.
That's true.
So I think that he maybe would.
He's
the kind of guy who would
take
be
the
like
manager fee.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who would be like, okay, cool idea. Let's sit down and do the numbers. You know, he's totally that kind of dad.
Giving my father a third. Okay, it was a human interest magazine.
What?
With articles about things like issues with the school, big things in politics, and also about girly crap. Okay, so like what, 9/11? Mom had... No, that was before this.
A girly crap.
No, big things in politics.
One thing girlies like.
Just girly things.
9/11. I saw some, this was just a post online I saw today. someone said that I don't know, they knew someone who on 9/11 her husband worked in the Twin Towers, and so when 9/11 was happening, she like called him hysterically, and he said she was like, "Where are you?" And he said, "I'm fine, I'm just going into a meeting." And that's how she found out he was cheating on her.
Oh my God.
He was at a hotel with his mistress.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
I really love that story. Okay. He should have been dead. Okay. So, girly crap. Mom had insisted that girly crap was what girls my age were interested in. So I'd convinced Nana to do a few girly crap articles for my magazine.
Okay, this is a crazy editorialization of what actually happened. Okay. Because from that episode, I wrote those things.
Surely.
I wasn't encouraged. No one told me I needed to write it a certain way.
Yeah, no.
I was doing girly crap.
Yeah.
Because I was a girl.
Yeah.
That's so funny that I am like 4 years later, not even, probably 2 years later, like, editorializing it like this.
Yeah.
Yes. That's so
This is
wild.
it's how you like explain it, because you're like not like those girls.
I'm such a fucking liar.
Okay, so Nana wrote these articles free of charge about makeup and fashion and things like that I didn't have a clue about. I'd done the art too.
Nobody's Nana knows how to talk to 12-year-old girls about their makeup.
That's like not a cool thing to have in your magazine.
No.
Hey, Nana.
Nana wouldn't have done that.
I'd done the art too, and Ethan was urging me to show the magazine to our art teacher and ask for extra credit. I would urge you to maybe keep that to yourself.
This happened. Let's see. I think I can't believe we're living this twice, because I already talked about this on the podcast. This is the stupidest thing.
Why would she give me extra credit for this dinky little magazine? I asked him. Because you're her favorite, Lissa, he said simply. Before I could do anything, Ethan grabbed the magazine from my hands and heaved it across the room. It landed right in front of Mrs. Carlson.
Do you remember how fragile that thing was?
Yeah, it would be in pieces.
I don't think anyone told me to show it to her. I think that's another editorial. I think I just boasted.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm just like, don't even care about things.
Yeah, check out this.
And then you had a friend that was like, I think you're a genius.
I think you need to tell someone about it. I think you should glue washers to your flower bouquets.
You're a genius. We're gonna be rich. It landed right in front of Mrs. Carlson, and she bent down to pick it up, confused. I slapped Ethan on the back of the head as I practically sprinted across the room to Mrs. Carlson.
I do love a back of the head slap. It's so funny.
It is. Okay, Melissa.
I'm trying to remember what. Oh, it's Goblet of Fire. When Snape keeps hitting him on the back of the head. So classic. I feel like I need to do better voices.
It's tough.
Melissa. I'm really bad at voices. I didn't try. Melissa, she said, if it's not a boy or someone with an accent, I got nothing. Mm-hmm. Melissa, she said, standing up and studying the front cover. Is this yours? Yes, ma'am, it is. No, I was not a ma'am girl. No. Mrs. Carlson flipped through it a bit. What is it? It's a magazine.
What am I looking at here?
As I have learned to say to my babysitting charges, tell me about your project. It's a magazine, I told her. I made it, and Ethan told me to ask you for some extra. Miss Carlson cut me off. Melissa, this is really good. How'd you like to work on the newspaper? That is what happened.
That's awesome.
No extra credit though. I was taken aback by this. What? The newspaper? Mrs. Carlson looked up at me with pure intrigue on her face. Yes, the Medallion, the middle school newspaper. That's what it was called. I'm the sponsor, and I'm looking for new recruits. Come today after school. Then she turned and walked in the opposite direction. I stood there for a moment wondering, the newspaper? Would I be expected to write? I'd never tried writing before, other than the dinky magazine and essays for school and things like that I'd only done because I had to. That is not true.
No.
I've been a lifelong writer.
Also, you didn't have to write the dinky magazine, even in this story.
Yeah, that's true. I was only doing it for money, not a creative outlet, because creative outlets are for girls.
Also, you didn't really, I mean, I guess you wrote some of it. You wrote the hard-hitting political pieces.
I wrote all of it.
Oh, in this story.
Oh, yeah.
Your Nana wrote the girly crap.
This would have
I don't really remember the political stuff.
There wasn't any.
I wish there was. That'd be so funny.
I mean, I was also like, I was at the time not into politics, and if you pressed me, my politics were conservative.
Sure, because you're echoing what your parents.
Yeah, like
what else did we fucking know?
What was I writing about? 2 years later, still sad about 9/11.
You were saying, I think it's not nice when people are mean to President Bush. It's not respectful.
I mean, if you asked me to write a political article at this time, it would have been about how the Beatles inspire us to give peace a chance or whatever. Like, I don't know why everyone goes to war and has racism.
Like,
why can't we all just smoke weed?
Yeah, one love, man.
One love. And if you are into politics, calm down.
Yeah, okay.
A rubber band hit me square in the back. Who do you think it is? Ethan. I whipped around and saw Ethan bending over our table, aiming another one. When I turned around, he put it away. What happened? I hurried back to the table and leaned into Ethan. Mrs. Carlson wants me to be on the newspaper.
Ethan burst out laughing.
No, he was a 12-year-old boy, so it was probably like,
yeah. The newspaper, he asked, trying to control his breath. The newspaper.
What a dweeb.
I frowned at him. What?
What?
He looked up at me. Oh, he said, seeing my serious face. Nothing. Good luck with it and whatnot.
Whatnot is a really good word. Remember in Greece, I think it's Danny Zuko goes rockin' and rollin' and whatnot.
Yeah, that's so good. And whatnot.
Funny.
After school that day, I called Mary Kay to let her know that I'd be late and to ask Papa to come over and watch the kids if she needed to be somewhere. I went down to my locker and then retraced my steps back up to the art classroom. I guess you didn't remember where it was.
Well, it's like a turn of phrase.
I've never heard that.
You can retrace your steps even if you know where you're going.
I've never heard it used that way.
Only for when you've like lost something.
Yeah. But that's because I get lost a lot and I lose things.
Yeah, where's my purse?
Where was it? What did I do? Okay. As I walked, I began to worry, which was an unusual thing for me.
I've never worried once in my life.
Yeah, you don't even care. What if this newspaper thing was all deadlines and no fun?
Okay, well, that's what a newspaper's pretty deadline heavy.
Yeah. I wouldn't be any good at that. What if I found out that I couldn't write journalistically?
I think the middle school newspaper will figure it out.
What if the whole thing was dominated by 7th and 8th graders and no one wanted to talk to me? Oh, you're only in 6th grade?
My 6th grade was in my elementary school, so this is more lies. I'm just full. It's just. I'm trying to equate this to something. It's a memoir, but the wrong version.
Yeah, it's like Tori Spelling's memoirs.
It's like, okay, that's one way of putting it. I was thinking it was like that movie Hoodwinked, where everyone's telling their stories.
Oh my God.
But as the perspective changes, you realize that there's way more to it.
Love that movie.
I do too.
I wish the CGI wasn't like that.
I don't, because it's such a creation of its time.
It's not though. CGI was better than that at the time.
I don't care. I love it. It's perfect.
It's hard to sell to people I love.
Jason.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna watch it without
him.
But
he needs to love everything I love. Okay.
Girl, you better let that go.
When I entered the room, Mrs. Carlson was half in the pantry, looking frantically for something. There were a few 7th and 8th graders milling around, seemingly aimless, and then this girl I knew from my English class.
That's a slur now.
Is her name.
Let's call her Hippie.
And then Hippie, this girl I knew from my English class.
Sorry to interrupt. Maybe I rewrote myself as a 6th grader to like say something about how advanced I was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm the only 6th grader on this team.
Yeah.
They put me in varsity when I was a freshman.
Hippie was sitting at a table with another 6th grader I vaguely recognized from the hallways and cafeteria. I walked over to them and greeted Hippie. Melissa, she said, putting her hand on the boy's chest provocatively. What a slut.
What is that? I don't know who this is. I don't know what's happening.
I think you'll find out. Okay. This is Alex, the editor, I think. We're not really that organized here. He is my boyfriend, though. I know that. Alex is Spanish. Did you know that? He doesn't look... Oh, is this like a flashback to when you met?
Yeah, this is a flashback.
Okay, this makes sense because you're not in 6th grade in the rest of this, I swear.
I should have said flashback because it's not like the most clear. Yeah, this is when I met Alex. So this must be his like on and off girlfriend that I was always really jealous of.
Yeah.
And because
like you don't
every
like
time I dated him eventually, and every time they broke up, they stayed best friends, which was like hard for me. But it's because he was gay.
Okay.
Like it's like I only see her as a friend. I think is like a lot easier if you were never really that attracted to her in the first place.
Sure.
You know?
Yes.
So I don't. But her name was Sarah. I don't know why I gave her like the craziest
because
name.
she was like so. Was she hot?
No, she was sporty. They both played soccer.
Huh. Okay.
Let's learn more.
Okay.
What's her last name in this? Did it say?
We don't
Okay,
know.
doesn't matter.
Alex is Spanish. Did you know that?
And every time I say, this is my boyfriend Greer, he's white. Well, actually, my brother did call me. I was with family this weekend, and my brother did call me out because every time I introduced Greer to someone, I would say, "This is my brother. This is my brother. This is my boyfriend Greer. He's really nice." And Michael was like, "You've said that 3 times. I'm starting to suspect if he's really
the lady
nice."
doth protest too much."
And then Greer said I forget, like later in the night, Greer said something, and Michael was like, "You know what? You are nice." It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
It's all true. The rumors are true.
The rumors are true.
Okay. Did you know that? He doesn't look it, does he? Say something to Melissa in Spanish, Alex. Oh, well, never mind.
Why are we exotifying?
His real name's Alejandro, you know, Melissa. But we all call him Alex because his real name is Icky. Alejandro is beautiful.
It is beautiful, and his name, the real guy was Rory, and it was short for Rodrigo, which Jose Rodrigo.
Say the last name, we'll bleep it out.
Moeda. I mean, you can find. He's like calling him famous is a stretch, but he is like big in the DC sports scene. So he's not like a private person. Jose Rodrigo Moeda.
¿Qué tipo de deportes?
Football.
Okay. Don't call him Alejandro because he'll get mad and call you a whore.
Isn't it qual tipo?
Which
isn't qual which?
Yeah, but I said what sport?
What sport? Okay, got it.
I made it southern. Don't call him Alejandro because he'll get mad and call you a whore.
He did love calling me a whore. He did.
Well, don't be stupid, Alex. Tell Melissa hello. So far, Alex has not yet spoken.
He has undiagnosed ADHD. He's doing something else.
All right, start with don't call me stupid.
Don't call me stupid, whore. Alex told Hippie as he stood up and loomed over me. He was skinny too, with cute find one not skinny person in 6th grade.
It's true.
With cute freckles and longish, wavy red-brown hair. He was also very hot. The first thing I noticed about him was this adorable smile on his face. Before it occurred to me that he wasn't actually smiling. He just always looked like it. And I could see a slight bod underneath his big black Ramones t-shirt. Oh my God, I remember that shirt. And Hippie was right. Alex had no signs of being Spanish at all. It unfortunately is framed like I'm like, whew, thank God. It also sounds like I don't know that Spain is in Europe.
Well, she hasn't also. I think this is a lot of people will just say like, "Oh, are you Spanish?" Even if it's someone who's like from Mexico. So she didn't say
it's the difference between
Spain.
Spanish and like
Hispanic.
I think Hispanic,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I don't really know exactly the nuances of that, but like people in Spain are white. They might be like slightly darker than a Swedish person, but they're not like they're not brown people.
No.
He looked me up and down and let out a long breath. "You're our new features editor?" he said. I blinked. I'm a what? Oh, I'm a what? You're a wizard, Harry. Alex grinned at me. You'll fit right in here. Flash forward.
Whoa.
When Mom has parties, she feels inclined to clean the entire house. Usually the parties stay limited to the kitchen and the family room and maybe the library or the sunroom. This was our rich phase. My friends and I hang out in the basement, but we hang out there all year round, no matter what state it's in. New Year's Eve morning, our cleaning ladies are unavailable, so Mom, Gabriel, Emma, and I have to clean the entire 7,000 square foot house by ourselves. Okay, a couple notes. One, my mother would never have hosted a party without my father being present. That is not something she wanted to do. And she in fact, if this timeline had worked out like this, she probably would have canceled the party.
Yeah.
Or just had close friends and family. Like, also, she would never, ever, ever have asked us to clean that house. It was very big. That's not for us. Also, it was often already quite clean.
Yeah.
So maybe just get your shit out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up your rooms. Like,
yeah. Did your parents ever entertain when you were a kid?
Yes, they did. My mom threw a lot of like, my mom threw a lot of like Pampered Chef parties.
Oh, I see.
And then, and I do remember them having like little parties with like friends and neighborhood people.
Did she ask you to clean your room when?
Yeah.
And why
For
are
what?
Why
Yeah.
are the guests wandering the bedrooms?
And they're not. That's the thing. They just aren't.
That always pissed me off. I was like, I'll do something else.
Can I? But then I do have also memories of having to like dust each blind. Crazy stuff.
We had
to
people
me.
for that. My mom was not.
We
asking us
had
to do that.
we had once a month cleaners.
Yeah, same.
But,
or maybe every other week, depending.
But my mom still made us clean for sure.
My mom and my aunt, just this weekend when we were all together, they were reminiscing about this old cleaning lady we used to have who was very nice. I forgot her name, but I remember her vividly. And she was like this fat, motherly Hispanic lady who spoke very little English. And whenever it was a big fucking house, dude. And whenever she needed my mom, she would just start wandering, going, Susie! Susie! So cute. It was so cute, but I think we made a lot of fun of her at the time.
Oh, sure.
Mom wakes me up at the holy cruel hour of 8 in the morning, which is when I wake up generally these days. But back in the day, I was a real 11, 12 sleeper inner.
Sure.
Yeah. We spend the morning cleaning 4 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, 3 extremely long hallways, the family room, the library, the bar. So many rooms. It's no wonder I got lost the first day we moved into this huge house. It's a labyrinth. Mary Kay comes over just before lunch to help clean, to lay out Emma and Gabriel's nice party clothes, and to make sure the bar is all stocked with basically every type of alcohol ever imagined, including a couple of questionable legality, which are only used by Dad and his poker buddies at like 2 in the morning. That's a fun detail. I want to know more about that.
Absinthe, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know even what that would... I mean, I feel like the only illegal alcohol is that which is homemade.
Oh, yeah.
But my parents
I don't think your parents were throwing hooch parties.
They did like a wine making class, which I don't think is even illegal because you're not selling it.
Yeah.
And the wine was so bad that my mom gave it to me when I was like 20, like a whole crate of bad wine. And at a party, like a house party in college, I wrote Mr. and Mrs. Khan's bad wine, please take. And it all got drank that night.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock, a knock comes at the side door. Mom and I have just finished cleaning the guest bathroom because God knows so many people use the guest bathroom.
It was just my grandma.
At a party set, mainly in the kitchen, a whole floor and a few rooms away.
Oh, yeah. It was the basement. That was the bathroom my friends and I were going to be hanging out in. Like, What the fuck? Why clean that? I guess maybe in case one of their friends was not able to drive home.
My mom would, I feel like hers would be like, my mom's thought is like, what if, she's like, she would always be like, they're going to go home and tell their parents how we live, as if it wasn't the most spotless to begin with house you'd ever seen in your entire life.
And also, like, my perspective as an adult now is just so different. Like, our most responsible friend has the messiest house out of all of us.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an indicator of anything except for how clean your house is.
Yeah, it's not like an indicator of your worth or something. I don't know.
I mean, I do get it. When my friends, when people come over to my house, I like it to be clean, but I've learned to not stress about it. And again, I would cancel this party. I broke up with my husband yesterday.
Because Shirley also this entire time, the mom is in a terrible mood, like stressing out about getting everything clean in time, and like also, and her husband literally just left her yesterday.
What the
like,
fuck? This is not a good party.
It's not a good vibe. Yeah.
There's no way she's not drinking too much tequila and sobbing everywhere.
Yeah. Gabriel and Emma are picking up their bedrooms. Emma scrambles to see who it is and shrieks across the house, "It's Daddy!" I haven't seen Dad since the day he left.
Wasn't that like...
I thought it was yesterday.
I think it was a couple... So there was Christmas, and then the next day we went to New York City for maybe like 2 days. Came back maybe like the 28th, which incidentally is my mother's birthday, but I guess not in this novel.
Okay. I haven't seen Dad since the day he left, and Emma and Gabriel haven't seen him since Christmas, the day before he and I had gone to New York a week ago. Okay,
true.
A week ago.
Okay, 1 week ago.
He has called us at least every night to assure us that he loves us all very much, but we haven't seen him.
Dude, and like, I don't know if this is like a shared experience with children of like divorce, but those phone calls where he's like, remember, I still love you. Those are not fun phone calls. I don't want to do this.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
I look up at Mom. "Why is Dad here?" I ask her. I still don't know why Dad moved out. I haven't worked up the courage to ask Mom yet. I think I'm just afraid that it'll be for some horrible reason and I won't be able to handle it.
Foreshadowing. I wasn't able to handle it.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be like a reasonable reason. Your mom wouldn't just, anyway.
Oh, honey, he farted in front of me.
Yeah, and that was it. He's taking you and Gabriel and Emma out to lunch to celebrate the new year. I bet that'll be great vibes.
Dude, when my parents were split and we were still kids, if it wasn't dinner or a movie, we weren't hanging,
Yeah.
Dads don't know what to do.
There needs to be like an event so you guys don't have to talk too much.
My dad rented an apartment next to a movie theater.
Okay.
It was the only thing.
Okay.
We saw so many movies.
I'm sure
He's like, "Is this fatherly love?" And you know what? I think it is.
It's fun. It was his way.
Showing movies? Yeah. Hell yeah.
To lunch to celebrate the new year. Mom stands up abruptly, wipes her hands on a towel, and leaves. I walk upstairs to the kitchen. Gabriel is tying up his sneakers. Mom has suddenly disappeared, and Emma is dancing around the mudroom, speaking at a rate faster than any mind can possibly comprehend. Dad is standing on the porch outside the side door, looking longingly through the open door into the house. He could at least come in. Won't Mom let him? Won't Mom let him come into what is technically his own house?
No,
I love that.
My dad definitely paid for that house, but it was like, that's like the wife's jurisdiction, the home.
I grab my sneakers and my notebook, and we all pile into Dad's BMW X5 without a word from Mom.
Why name the car?
Do you know? Was that the car he had?
My dad has generally only leased cars, and he's had a lot of very nice cars.
Okay.
The only one I remember is when I was learning to drive, he had a Chrysler 300 because that shit was fun to drive.
Oh, fun.
That shit was awesome. I remember going 100 miles per hour on Highway 12 in the Outer Banks.
Fun.
Ugh. Very fun.
As we pull out of the neighborhood, Dad strokes the dashboard affectionately. "I'm looking to get a new car, kids."
See, I fucking told you. My dad's very much always had a car as a status symbol. That's why he leases. He's the same with phones. He gets the latest phone just to be like, "See, boys, I got money," which has almost never been true.
For top of the page.
You should get a Lamborghini. Gabriel recommends. That would be wicked awesome.
you from
Okay,
Boston?
Ben Affleck. I'm trying to get a less expensive car, Gabriel. Dad tells him. I love the name Gabriel.
It's nice. It's a little
lovely.
too angelic for me, but I do understand.
Yeah. I love it's like an Old Testament name.
Yeah.
Because it's Jewishy.
Yeah.
Like I like a lot of names that are like I like for boys like Gabriel, Adriel, and also like N names like Darian. Like I love all of those kinds of names.
Okay.
We sit in silence for another few minutes. Even Emma doesn't speak. She just stares out the window, humming pleasantly to herself. Aw. The stillness feels abnormal to me. Typically, we're all talking at the same time, the noise level steadily growing as we all try to talk over one another and make ourselves heard. That is still so true. Now, no one has anything to say. I want to say something, but I don't know what's appropriate. What if I mention something about Dad's moving out that Emma and Gabriel don't know? Of course, all I know myself is that he's moved out, and my siblings don't know any less than that. But what if Emma hasn't realized that this means that Mom and Dad aren't together anymore? What if Emma just thinks that Daddy's on a quaint little vacation to Nana and Papa's house? Because they had just passed away at this time, so when my dad moved out, he moved into their house.
Okay.
Pretty convenient timing.
Very.
Besides all the grief. I might say something by accident that makes Dad feel uncomfortable. Something that has to do with the reason for his moving out, but I don't know it, so I don't know not to say it. Oh my God, children should not be putting these burdens on themselves. I decide that it is much safer to just keep my mouth shut since it has a record of making me into a nuisance. That hasn't changed a bit. I now focus on the fact that I don't know where we're going to eat. I don't care either. I just hope they serve veggie burgers. Guess I was a vegetarian at this time.
Okay.
Gabriel sighs spectacularly. Give us one, Leela. Pretty good.
Or like this.
Jesus, Missy, iPod me.
Jesus, Missy, iPod me.
I hand Gabriel my iPod from my pocket, and he puts the headphones into his ears and leans against the window. Headphones. Oh, into his ears. I guess the original iPods did have earbuds.
Yes.
Okay. He leans against the window. Dad shoots me a look as soon as Gabriel stops listening to us. Missy, I wish you hadn't brought that iPod along. I shrug. What? I'm not listening to it.
But Gabriel is. I wanted to spend the meal with my 3 kids, not my 2 daughters and 1 music zombie.
So stupid.
I don't see anything better for Gabriel to do, but I dutifully turn around and hold my hand out to Gabriel.
Now I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. Fuck you, Dad. Dude.
That's why we're always fighting, Father.
Dude, give it back. Gabriel rolls his eyes and gives me my iPod back.
There's no way there wasn't a fight there.
Yeah.
No way.
He said, stupid, indecisive teenagers, he mutters. Dad pulls into the parking lot of a small Mexican restaurant called Red Rocks.
Yep.
Is it real?
Yep.
Okay.
Restaurant. We went there.
Real Red Rocks.
We went there very often.
Okay. We're seated at a corner table, and I have to fight Emma for my mafia seat. Whenever I'm in a restaurant or something like it, I have to sit with my back to a wall, facing the room, or else I get super paranoid and keep looking behind me.
Yeah, there's no reason for that, but I did used to feel that way.
Huh.
I can't tell you why, but
I like to see who's approaching.
Oh, that's why. I mean, I still do prefer to like look out at the restaurant, but it's way more about me wanting to look at things than like any kind of paranoia. Nobody's coming to get me.
We sit in silence a bit more, with Emma busying herself with coloring on her paper placemat and Gabriel watching the baseball game going on over my head. Dad keeps glancing up at the television screen. I can tell that he wants to watch the game, but for some reason he thinks he shouldn't. Maybe it's because he said you can't listen to your iPod and he wants to, I don't know.
My dad was, again, undiagnosed ADHD. He was constantly watching TV in restaurants and not being able to hear us when we spoke to him.
Yeah. I don't want to watch sports, but if there's a TV right in front of my face, like it's going to distract me. I can tell Dad is being awfully quiet. Normally he talks forever and cracks jokes at everything and tells us all the little facts about the things happening around us. It's discomforting to see him so silent. He clears his throat, folds his hands together in his lap, and looks perkily at his children for the first time. "How are you, Missy?" he asks. Good, I say dully. How's Ethan? Good. What about you? Dad asks Gabriel. Good, Gabriel echoes. How's Olivia doing? Good.
How are we going to do Emma if this is how we're doing Gabriel?
I don't know.
Good.
Dad nods. Good. And what about you, Emma?
Wait, Gabriel's 12.
Oh, oops.
Emma's 8.
Okay.
All right, we need to give Emma the baby voice. All right, everyone. Moving forward, Emma's the baby voice.
Okay. Just do dad nods and what about you?
Dad nods. Good. And what about you, Emma? I roll my eyes. Now he's done it. Emma takes a deep breath. This will be more fun. Well, she began, I was good for a long time, but yesterday I called Madison to ask her to come over, but she said that Jessica was over there, and I thought that they were my friends, and if they're my friends, why didn't they invite me over? Girl, I know. It's hard. After a minute, I roll my eyes and command, Emma, be quiet. What a fucking bitch. Dad frowns at me. Missy, don't be mean. Everything that Emma has to say is important. I can feel my jaw dropping, and I rest my head on my hand to stop it. Everything Emma has to say is important. Dad is usually with me when Emma is chattering her voice away, making jokes at how she's definitely going to be a talk show host or something when she grows up. Why is he all of a sudden defending her?
She sounds adorable.
She sounds awesome. Emma fills the silence until our food comes, completely unflappable.
You know what? God bless Emma.
As Dad opens his wallet to pay for our meal, a small square piece of paper falls onto the table. Dad hurries to pick it up, but I sneak a glance at the small handwriting, not belonging to my father, reading, goal, live every moment as if my father is right next to me. But it's not his handwriting, but I do remember this. This is real. My dad had a piece of paper in his wallet that said, live every moment as if my father is right next to me. He had a real come to Jesus when he got caught cheating for decades.
Yeah.
Papa was one of the most moral and principled people in the world. Why would Dad need to pretend that Papa's right next to him? I can't help but come to the conclusion that Dad has done something wrong to get himself kicked out of the house like that. If Dad had done something wrong, then having Papa's memory looming over him would keep him from doing it again for sure. I mean, the one thing I can say is that Nana and Papa were Jewish, so it's not like they're in heaven watching. That's Dad's one saving grace. Let me see. All right, we'll just finish this dinner and then wrap it up. Another page or two.
Okay.
Okay. Oh God, not this. This is. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's okay. Battery running low. We'll wrap it up.
Okay. Hey, Dad says suddenly, leaning over the table to us kids. You guys know I love your mom a lot, right? Yes, Emma says perkily. And you guys know I would never want to hurt her, or any of you guys. Yeah, Gabriel says. Dad shrugs. Do you guys ever talk to Mommy about me? About why I'm not living in the house anymore? Nope, I say. Do you ever tell Mommy that you want me back in the house? No one answers.
This is so real.
The answer is no. We don't talk to Mom about anything pertaining to his moving out, but we don't want to tell him that. Of course we want him back in the house, of course, but we don't talk about it. Mom seems too close to tears too often for us to want to bring it up. It's okay to tell Mommy you want me back in the house, kids, Dad says.
Oh my God.
I know, Gabriel mutters. I know you do, but if that's what you think, why don't you share it with Mommy?
Dad, fuck off.
Jesus. What's Dad trying to do? Didn't he think this was hard enough on us?
Manipulate.
I mean, our father has left the house. That's not an easy thing to get through. We don't want to talk to Mom about it. She doesn't want to talk to us. She doesn't want us to talk to her about it. I can talk to my friends about it, and Gabriel can talk to Olivia or whoever about it, and Emma talks to everyone about everything already. So we don't need to talk to Mom.
We don't need to talk to her.
All right, Mom has a therapist.
Mom is a therapist anyways. She doesn't want me to know about it, but there's a mysterious note on her calendar every Tuesday and Friday meeting with Lori. That is true. That's the name of my mother's therapist when I was growing up.
Shout out Lori.
It just said Lori, and I was like I think 4 years of wondering. I finally was like, That's a therapist.
Yeah.
That morning, the phone had rung and the caller ID had said Women's Center of Virginia. Oh, that's where my gynecologist.
Oh my God, mine too.
Do we all go to the same gynecologist?
It's possible.
Okay. A person named Lori was calling, and when I handed Mom the phone, I asked her who she was. Mom said vaguely, a lady I talk to sometimes. I don't know why Mom doesn't want me to know. I think that therapy can only help a person. Mom's too proud. She doesn't seem like it, but she is. Dad stops talking as the waitress comes over to pick up Dad's credit card. We pay and drive home in silence. Dad walks us to the side door and hugs each of us for a few full seconds. He smiles sadly at me and says, so that only I can hear him, I love you, Maidala, and then leaves. No one's ever called me Maidala but Nana. Dad knows that. Why is he doing this?
Oh, he knows.
As Emma sits on the floor of the mudroom, untying her sneakers, she looks up at me with her round babyish face, pushing her white blonde waves clumsily out of her face. Ryan. Missy, she asks, why can't Daddy live at home? Shut up, Emma, Gabriel orders vehemently. Emma's bottom lip twimbles a bit, and then she runs shrieking upstairs. Mommy! Gabriel yelled at me to shut up! Shut up was a bad word in our house.
Mine too.
Mom's voice rings through the house. Not possible. She had a very quiet voice. It never rang through anything. Gabriel, Andrew Cohen. So quietly. The only time Mom's voice ever rises above its normal ladylike manner is when she's reprimanding one of us kids for using the term shut up, stupid, or retard with one another.
Wow, we had the same
list?
banned words.
We also weren't allowed to say duh. Big no.
We weren't allowed to say bored or
we
boring.
weren't allowed to say bored either.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. Gabriel sulks off in the direction of Mom and Dad's mom's room. And that's where we'll end it for the day.
All right.
It's so funny how I'm like editorializing my life to make me seem more special. I mean, it's a real main character syndrome.
Yeah, it is.
It has like no true reflection, which is what makes a life into a memoir, you know?
Yeah.
That's like what makes you the main character of your own memoir. It has lies, which is what makes this not a memoir.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, I'm glad we're getting into some drama.
Some drama.
So
Maidala. Why would he call my Nana never fucking called me that.
Yeah.
They weren't like Jewish like that.
Yeah.
They were pretty subtle about it.
Yeah. But
they weren't like Tommy Pickles' grandpa.
But you did pick up on the manipulation of if there was some special thing that your recently dead Nana, beloved Nana, had called you only, or her, and then your dad was like, for the first time in his whole life, called you that nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of, can you please tell Mommy I'm crying about her?
You guys can tell her.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And also, like, guys, you know I would never hurt Mommy, right? And it's like the cognitive dissonance of like, but you literally did. You willfully did so much. Why are you acting like you didn't? I was with my dad this week. He and I have a good relationship. I mean, you've come to visit him with me. Like, he and I have a good relationship. He's become a much better person. He's still kind of a core of only character, not even main character, only character syndrome. But and then I'm an adult, so I'm not beholden to his personality anymore. Sure. So we have a good relationship. But this weekend I was visiting with him, and he was, he wrote a shit ton of music about my mom during this time period, and he has started making really cool AI music videos about these. And all of his songs from this time are like, there's one that goes like, write me a better part, one that doesn't break my heart. And I'm like, why are you not the villain in any of these songs? Why is it always like stuff happening to you?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, even those lines that you just said are like putting all of the, it's like, can you fix me? I know I'm broken. Like you should do something about it.
Yeah.
And not like, I know I'm the problem, because he wants to romanticize his life in that way.
Yeah, definitely like got caught, was like, oh my God, I just realized that was wrong. And then he's like, well, I'm done. I realized it was wrong. I'm cured. And it's like, no, not that. That's not right. He's better now. I'm keep saying that because he'll probably come on the show one day. He wants to.
The trouble is that seems quite proud of all the work that he has done.
It's funny because he's like, he knows the premise of the show.
Yeah.
He knows the premise of the show. He's very self-aggrandizing. So even this thing he sent me that he wants to bring on the show, he's like talking to me about it, and I'm like, you seem like you think this is really special. And he's like, no, I was such a bad writer back then. And I'm like, maybe we'll give him a chance.
Yeah, sure.
I think I told you guys this like 2 years ago that I scheduled him and he forgot about it. So
I
that's
remember.
why he hasn't been on the show, because he forgot. So
he's like, I'm in a golf tournament or something, right?
He has missed so many things.
Because of golf?
Because of my golf tournament. He asked me to move my wedding.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Steven!
You know?
Esteban!
He's still the same person. When I was visiting him this weekend, Greer was right next to me, and I walked up to my dad's office, open office. He was looking at his computer. I started talking to him. He did not register that I was speaking, which is like my number one trauma from childhood is talking to my dad and having him not remotely cognizant of that fact. And I just waved really bigly at him. And then me and Greer simply left his house. He never noticed.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, that's not triggering at all.
Oh, you're like, I gotta get out of here. Abort.
But anyway. Well, do you think that installment was horny, sad, or just plain bad?
Sad. It's sad.
Mostly sad for my mom.
Sad. It's sad. It's got dad and it's sad.
Sad dad. Yeah, dad is sad now.
Oh, poor dad.
There was 10 years where I needed him to always be sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like,
you don't deserve joy anymore.
If you're smiling, I'm going to kick you. You know?
And honestly, like after I found out last episode about like you told me about like how hard your mom fought and like what your dad did, I had to go and spill the tea to Jason, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, the first thing I said was like about when Tina's dad cheated on her mom, which I know you've said with him present surely multiple times, but he acted like this was fresh news and said, who in their right mind could ever cheat on Susan?
I know.
And he barely even knows your mom.
Beloved.
She's just such a beautiful angel.
For Mother's Day, I gave her a card that said, you are the mom that everyone wishes they had.
Oh,
I think it's true.
That's so true. She's such a sweet little Susie Q.
Yeah. But I also think that she could never have become the very awesome person she is now without this tremendous hardship.
Yeah.
She was not an independent woman back then, you know? She was not resilient. She didn't have her strength yet that she has now.
Yeah.
So I think it also put a lot of shit into perspective for her too. So not that I'm like glad it happened, but in retrospect, I mean,
it was for the best.
My parents are not supposed to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so sad. Maybe next one will be funny. Maybe we'll get some more stupid flashbacks.
Yeah.
Pinewood Derby, anyone?
Oh, Pinewood Derby.
Well, that is it for Burn Before Reading.
Until next week, remember,
your cringe is part of you,
but only a small part of you. I couldn't think of anything this time.
Thanks for listening to Burn Before Reading.
Created by me, Christina Kahn.
Hosted and produced by Christina Kahn and me, Leela Hilton.
Logo designed by Michael Hardison. Follow him on Instagram at RoyGBivRVA or check out his work at wildlingpress.com.
Theme music by Sakura Wishes.
Find me online at tbr.tinabereading on Instagram.
Find me at Leels for Reels on Instagram.
Join us on Patreon for access to our Discord server, monthly bonus episodes, and other fun stuff.
Find video recordings of most of our episodes on YouTube at Burn Before Reading. Follow the podcast on Instagram at Burn Before Pod or email us at burnbeforepod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, friends.
See you next time.